In today's video, we'll be looking at a common situation in photography, which is taking the photo of some action, perhaps a sports game or your kid's sports day. The principles are the same for taking the photo of any fast-moving action. So let's assume that you want to freeze the action. Maybe your son is about to cross the finish line in a school sports day or going to score a goal. You want to freeze the action at the right moment if possible, which is going to be a challenge anyway. Since the action is going to be really fast, to freeze it, you're going to want to use a really fast shutter speed to capture the perfect moment. So start thinking around 1/1000 seconds at least. Any less and you're going to get some motion blur, which is going to spoil the effect. It's going to be the unpredictable nature of sports and action, so it's going to be very hard to get the perfect exposure the first time. If you're taking pictures of a sports game, for example, then capture some shots of some fast-moving but mundane action, like someone running just around in order to fire some test shots to see how well you can capture the action. You may find 1/100 a second is still too slow, especially for things like water sports, so maybe try 1/2500 would be better. For a good action shot, the background is not quite so important, so you can choose a fairly low aperture, like maybe f4 or f5.6. You might need to have an even lower aperture, like a 2.8, to get beautiful bokeh, but this will need some expensive glass. For beginners, your zoom lens will be limited to 5.6 at the most zoom length. If the exposure is still not bright enough, then this will mean increasing the ISO, so in order to control the brightness. But of course, increasing the ISO comes at the cost of higher digital noise. Therefore, unlike other situations, sports and action photography is one of the hardest to get right for a number of reasons. You'll need to get the shutter speed near perfect, the aperture for background control, and then just ride the ISO up and down to control the brightness. Of course, that is challenging in itself as the action constantly moves, let alone timing for the perfect action, position, composition and lighting. These are not for today's lessons or for beginners. For now, just practice on capturing an easier action like maybe a child jumping, riding a bike or a dog running around. You're not going to be a professional sports photographer on day one. Thanks for listening guys, and of course if the video is useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks on photography. Take care.